Hey folks, it's Gavin and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I make videos about all things tech. We're currently on an exciting journey with our full stack development roadmap series. In our last episode, we successfully installed Visual Studio Code, a powerful tool for developers. And if you haven't checked that out, definitely give it a watch after this video. The link's in the description down below. And hey, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications so you won't miss any of our tech adventures. Today, we're going onto a journey to discover how the internet really works, something that we use every day. Let's dive straight into it. Imagine you want to search something on Google. You open a browser, type in google.com. Let me see if I can type google.com, and you get a web page displayed in front of you. But what's happening really behind the scenes? Let's break it down. Firstly, there's something called domain name system. Think of it as the phone book of the internet. When you type google.com, DNS is what helps your browser find the right IP address, which is like a physical address but for websites. You would go to some server in the world, ask where is google.com located at, and it return you the IP address. Every website has an IP address. So an IP address is basically something like a unique string of numbers, but remembering numbers can be tough, right? That's why we have domains like google.com and youtube.com, for example. The DNS translate these user-friendly names into IP addresses that computers understand. So this is like an analogy of a phone book, right? Imagine there's somewhere out there in the world, there's an internet phone book. And you have John, for example, that is mapped to this phone number 12345678. Mary, which is mapped to 88885555. In the real world, you wouldn't be able to remember every single number of every single person that you know, right? That would be crazy, unless you have some crazy kind of memory. It's the same with DNS. There's no way we can remember all of these IP addresses, right, as a human. So what we do is we go to somewhere in the world, ask where is google.com, and it will return us with this IP address, which allows us to find it on the internet. Now to dig deeper into the diagram, let me show you something like this. The moment after you enter google.com into your browser and you send a request, your browser will first ask where is google.com located at. So this is where you will ask or query the DNS server, and the DNS server will return you with the IP address of where Google is located at. Now you know where's google.com, you can ask, please send me the data required to display my web page, right? So this is what we'll do is we'll send a request to this Google server, which is located at 1.2.3.4, and Google return us with a special kind of document written in HTML or hypertext markup language. So this isn't really just any document. It is the one that displays this web page you see right here. So today we'll dive into HTML, explore its basics, and how you can use it to create your own web pages. It's simpler than you think, and I promise by the end of this, you'll be able to create a basic HTML page yourself. Right, let's dive straight back into where we left off. Open up Visual Studio Code, the coding environment we installed in our last video. Today, we're adding a super handy tool to our development kit, something called the Live Server extension. So this allows you to see your web creations in real time. To install Live Server, simply go to this icon here, the extensions, and type in Live Server into the search bar. So just type in Live Server, and you should be able to see it, the first one. And just click install here. I already have it installed, so yep, just click on the install button here. And once it's installed, you should be able to see it here in the bottom right hand corner of your screen, something called Go Live. So yeah, now we have it the setup all configured. Right, now that you've installed Live Server, it's time to finally start writing some code. So go ahead, go to your File Explorer section and right click and select New File. Now we'll create something called a HTML file. This is where all our HTML code will live in. And let me show you a quick and handy shortcut. You can get started quickly with type exclamation mark into your editor and press enter, and boom, this will get us quickly started and give us a basic HTML template to start writing our code in. So you have things like the doc type, the HTML tag, and the head. So don't worry too much about these three, just worry about things that we'll write inside here. So mainly all of the content that will be displayed in the web page will be written in between these two body tags. Let's start by using our server. Click on Go Live right here in the bottom right hand of your screen, and you should be able to see a HTML page pop up. This will be used for very good for development purpose, as every time we edit something in here, for example, it will show up inside our index.html page, right, on our Google Chrome. So yeah, I'll put my VS Code on the right and put this on the left so we can easily see the changes. So let's begin by writing our first HTML code. So HTML is really broken up into different tags, as you can see. So these tags are the building blocks of your website, right? So a tag is denoted by the slash sign here, this arrow sign, followed by the name of the element, and then ends with another tag. And you can see here it ends like that, right? So for example, let's try writing our first code. So this is a header in HTML, right? So you can write a header here. You can define an element as a header, and whatever's in between this header here will be the content that is displayed. So for example, I can type, this is my first header. And as you can see here, this is displayed on the left side of your screen. So in HTML, there are different kinds of headers, ranging from H1 to H6. So as you can see here, there's H2, this is my second header. You can see here smaller in size, and you can go all the way to H6. So if I type H6, this is my third header. You can see here the size is smaller, right? So that's it for header tags. Next we have paragraph tags, or the P tag. So this is used for blocks of text. So simply type the text in between the P element here, as you can see. And you can type like something like lorem ipsum. Let me show you something real quick you can use to generate text. Simply type lorem and put 25 for 25 words and click the save. As you can see here, a paragraph is created on your HTML screen, on a page, sorry, not screen. And well, you have things like a span as well. So a span is basically representing a line of text or block of text on your screen. So this will be used and come in handy when we move on to the next part of the series, when we talk about how to make your HTML page come to life using styling, right? So for now, just know that span, you can put text in between also. So you can put some text here and you'll be displayed, right, as you can see. And we can use divs also. So this is a div or divider. You can think of a div as a container, right? So of grouping different things together. For now, let's say, what if we move all of this stuff into the div? Nothing changes over here, right? But this could be helpful in the future where we want to like do some coloring or styling in a sense to our HTML. So yeah, just remember that div is a container we can put stuff in and compartmentalize them. We also have our A tag here. So A tag is known as a href tag or some kind of link tag. So this is what we can do, is we can say Google here, and we can put a link to Google using this A tag. So let's put an attribute. This is called an attribute. Anything on the left side, we can call it an attribute. So we can say go to google.com, and if you see here, this link, we have created a link where if we click on this link, it will bring us to google.com, right? Sorry, I think I forgot to put something here in front. Right, let's try it again. And you can see here it goes back to google.com. And yeah, so these are some of the tags that I'll introduce to you in this video. This is just the beginning, but they're crucial. With these tags, you can have the basic building blocks of a web page, and in our next few videos, we'll discover more of these tags in detail when we start styling them with CSS, and eventually use JavaScript to make some scripting or logic behind these. So experiment with these tags, play around with them in your new HTML file, and see what you can create. The best way to learn is by doing, so don't be afraid to try different things. And yeah, just keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next video.